US President Donald Trump made a surprise phone call to US Ambassador to India, Sergio Gord, during celebrations marking America's 250th Independence Day at the US Embassy in New Delhi. Trump delivered an effusive message of support for India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing guests including diplomats, officials and business leaders at the event. Gord put out the phone on speaker while Trump was on the call. Trump responded with glowing praise for India and Modi, saying he loves India and Prime Minister Modi.
I just got a call from a special guest who's on the line. Can you hear us, Mr. President?
I can hear you. I love India. So I know you're there, and I hope you make a good speech. You have to be representative of our country, Sergio. I just want to say hello to everybody. I love the Prime Minister. Modi is great. He's my friend. And I just want to say I'm very good evening to everybody. It's morning here and it's evening there. And I represent as well. Everybody enjoy your evening. And it's an honor to talk and say hello to Prime Minister Modi. And let him know I'm a big fan.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. One of the first questions the President will ask is, how is my friend the Prime Minister doing? And that is something that is important to convey, because this relationship is not new, it's not a year old, it's not 2 years old, it stems almost a decade. Together, they have redefined what is possibly by moving with a shared sense of purpose and a relentless focus on the future. From George Washington to President Donald Trump, the United States remains a shining beacon for the world. President Trump and Prime Minister Modi are leaders who have championed a new vision.
One of those relationships that I'm so excited about going into the 21st century, given the challenges and the opportunities of this new era, is India. It's one of those countries that I know that we have this very valuable strategic partnership with, and we share so many values and so many common interests. I want you to know that part of my visit here is also to reinforce how important this relationship is, how exciting it is, and how many opportunities we have to do things together. If I think about all of the key issues and all of the key opportunities of the modern economy, India and the United States together are perfectly positioned to achieve a better life for the people of the United States, for the people of India, and frankly for the people of other countries working together as well. And so, as much as anything else, this visit is about reinforcing that and, of course, celebrating 250 years as a nation. And I want to thank every single one of you how special it is that you would share it with us here this evening.
This visit, Secretary Rubio, your first, highlights the significance of our ties in contemporary times. It focuses on the value of a strong bilateral relationship and the beneficial contribution of the Quad. There are other plurilateral platforms where India and the United States collaborate productively, as indeed we do in multilateral organizations. Secretary, Ambassador, friends, a year ago, Prime Minister Modi and President Trump set out a pathway for the further development of our enduring partnership. Their goal was to advance the aspirations of our people for a bright and prosperous future, while also serving global good. Today's occasion has brought together many stakeholders of that endeavor in this hall. Your visit, Mr. Secretary, and this celebration allows us to reaffirm our commitment to that vision.
For more on this, we are being joined by CNN News 18 Siddhant Mishra. Siddhant, a very good morning to you and welcome to the broadcast. Now, today is day 3 of Marco Rubio's India visit. What are the key engagements lined up for today?
Well, of course, today Marco Rubio will be visiting Agra and Jaipur. Perhaps that's what we've been told. And as we've been saying, that this visit is a blend of spirituality, leisure, and lots and lots of work. So in fact, talking about his yesterday's business in India, in fact, he held talks with EMS Jaishankar. Then he had working luncheon with EMS Jaishankar. In fact, he also briefed media in New Delhi, joint press briefing with EMS Jaishankar, and in fact, late in the evening, he met NSA Dole at NSCS. So, of course, yesterday was a day for business, a very, very important day. In fact, both India and the United States discussed and reviewed the entire gamut of bilateral relationship, which includes trade, commerce, which also includes defense, security ties, so on and so forth. In fact, regional and global issues were also discussed. But the event which Ambassador Gaur produced last evening, perhaps, was the main talking point of Secretary Rubio's visit to India. In fact, this was the 250th Freedom Day of United States, which was celebrated in the national capital. In fact, EMS Jaishankar also attended this event, and President Trump was on call with Ambassador Gaur, and he addressed the gathering. Perhaps President Trump says that I love India, I love Modi, and I'm there for them. Whenever they need anything, they can reach out to me. So, a lot of positive momentum in the relationship. And of course, because of this visit and also the efforts given by Ambassador Sergio Gaur, this relationship perhaps is back on track one. And also, given the momentum around both sides are now will be taking this relationship forward.
Yes, and Siddhant, we of course know Donald Trump, and a glimpse of it was visible yesterday in that program there, where he in fact was on speaker and saying that he loves India, he loves Prime Minister Modi. But tell us how India is viewing this, not only of course that message from Donald Trump, but also a 4-day visit of Marco Rubio.
Well, of course, 4-day visit of Marco Rubio, Arun, and especially taking place at a time when negotiations on Iran front is at the advanced stages. In fact, President Trump could not attend his son's wedding because Iran was on his table. So it shows the importance this administration is attaching to India-US ties. And in fact, repeatedly, Arun, this question has been asked to the Trump administration, officials in the Trump administration, that many are calling it a reset, repair, reload visit, to which they say that no, it is in continuity. It is in continuity based on the strong foundation of India-US partnership. In fact, yesterday also at a press briefing right after the bilateral meeting, in fact, when this question was asked to Secretary Rubio about Pakistan posing up with America, how does he view this, so on and so forth. So he says that we have tactical alliances, groupings, etc., with many countries around the world, but it doesn't come at the cost of partnership with India. In fact, he also replied without taking Pakistan's name. So there's a lot of momentum, a lot of positivity in the relationship. In fact, Indian companies invested more than $20 billion in the United States under Select USA initiative. Minister Piyush Goyal perhaps highlighted the other day that how American companies have invested more than $60 billion in India in the last 6 months in building data center and infrastructure of data centers, so on and so forth. So a lot of trade is flowing between the two countries. A lot of investments are flowing between the two countries, and of course, since it's the first visit of Secretary Rubio, who is not only a Secretary of State, but he's also the National Security Advisor of the United States. So a very, very significant visit ahead of key Modi-Trump visit in June on the sidelines of the G7 summit.
Right, absolutely. Siddhant, now do talk to us a little about the Quad meeting as well, which is in focus. What are the kind of messages that the four nations are trying to send out through this meeting?
Well, of course, Quad will be taking place tomorrow. In fact, this morning, Australian Foreign Minister also confirmed her participation. This would be the third Quad meeting in 15 months. In fact, yesterday it was very much highlighted by EMS Jaishankar that how this Quad grouping got revived only during President Trump's first presidency. So to say this that Quad is doomed, tanked, there's no future of Quad. Perhaps there were a lot of people talking about the future of this grouping. So once again, this visit of Secretary Rubio, then Quad meeting taking place, perhaps reassures that Quad is going to stay. In fact, in an interview to CNN News 18 the other day, Secretary Rubio made it very clear that they are looking for a leaders summit, maybe a standalone summit later this year. But of course, because of the time constraint and the elections taking place in many countries, so it could be arranged maybe on the sidelines of a bigger gathering. So United States is very much serious for this grouping, Quad grouping. They are very much committed to this grouping and also for the leaders summit.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for joining us and sharing all these updates.